This recording contains powerful hypnotic suggestion. Do not use when driving or doing any tasks. Ensure our phones are off. We are in a place where we will not be disturbed for the next 30 minutes. Make yourself comfortable and get relaxed. You know that being relaxed, and that when you are in a state of alpha and the brainwaves are relaxed, we can accept suggestion, powerful suggestion, and give suggestion to reject smoking. Now close your eyes, and for the next while breathe as if you are sleeping. Listen to your breath. Breathe in and out, and become aware. Breathe in and out, and become aware of the sound of your breathing. Just breathing in, breathing out. Feel yourself inhaling, feel yourself exhaling, and each time that will make you more and more relaxed. Now in your mind, create a point that is far away. Allow your eyes to see that space. Allow your eyes, and now allow your mind to go into that space. Now, while your eyes are focused on that space that exists at an imaginary point, just imagine there are little weights holding the eyes down. And these little weights just keep your eyes feeling heavier when your focus remains in that place in space. Notice your body becoming heavier. It's becoming heavier, and you'll start becoming lazier and lazier as you enjoy the moment, allowing yourself to drift, sinking and drifting. It's almost as if you're floating into that space, floating into that void. And while you do that, you will have thoughts. And while you do that, you will have thoughts. Some thoughts will come to your mind. That's perfectly normal. Just allow them to come and to go. Allow any thoughts to wash over you. You will hear sounds. These will make you feel safe and remind you the only sound you listen to is the music in the background. And that will allow you to focus on my voice. My voice will take you deeper and deeper, making you more and more relaxed. You more and more relaxed. You may move, you may cough, you may scratch. It's a perfectly natural process. Notice that your legs have become heavier and heavier, allowing relaxation to fill them as each part of your body becomes more relaxed. So the part before it becomes 10 times heavier, heavier and heavier, more and more lazy. Dissolving any tension, feeling the laziness, making you more and more relaxed, heavier and heavier. We allow the relaxation to gently move to the jaw, relaxing the jaw, releasing that tension. And you feel your jaw becoming lazy. You feel it becoming heavy. And you notice now that the rest of your body too is comfortable. And far away in your mind's eye, imagine that you are in a bus. The gentle hum, the soft rumble, the wide road, line the way, all along the way. And you can see the poles, see the cables, and as we go along the road, you'll notice the poles as they're going past, one after the next, one after the next one, more relaxed as you become heavier and lazier, sinking deeper and deeper. And as each pole passes, so you become more and more relaxed. And as we go down, we go past the 10th pole, taking us down. Each pole takes us deeper and deeper. Past the 8th, as each pole becomes more and more relaxed. 7th, go past pole number 6, drifting and floating, heavier and heavier, lazier and lazier. 6 moves down to 5. And by the time that we reach that last pole, you will be totally relaxed, more relaxed than you've ever been before, as you would have moved from one state into the other. And as you talk, my voice will relax you. 7 goes down to 6, heavier and heavier. As we're gently going along with the bus, the gentle rumbling, feeling ourselves moving from one state into another. 5 to 4, more and more relaxed. Past 3, allowing yourself to leave your eyes closed, as if sleeping. In fact, you're breathing so rhythmically now. As we go past 2, 2 goes down to 1, and you find yourself now 10 times more relaxed than you've been. And the bus has taken you to a place where positive healing exists. A place of tranquility and serenity. Your own sanctuary. A place of healing. Allow yourself on this journey, and as the bus moves gently, ponder how well you've managed to this point. And you remember that you've actually done very well. The power of your own thoughts making decisions. Having cigarettes is simply a thought. You can ignore that thought if you choose, and you replace it with a new thought of rejecting smoking. You have had practice during this last while of reducing smoking, of the chance to decide to reject smoking, a chance to manage your decision. Now is the chance to be stronger. Now is your chance to complete this journey that you have begun, because your new thought is an old thought. You have thought many times of many things, and you've thought of how you have needed to. Now it's time to cut it. You are the boss, and you don't want to do it anymore. You reject the smell of smoking, the stink. You know it's there. And allow your mind to see the rot. And as you see that smoke, so you see the smell. And as you smell the smell, you smell like a dumpster. And you can smell the dumpster and all those smells that are with it. It's gut-wrenching, and you avoid it. It's pungent, it's nausea. And even if you were wearing a mask, you know that pungent smell. You reject it. Smoking is something you used to do. Now in your mind, allow, smoking is something I used to do. Now I reject it. Cut it. I am in control. I don't want to do it anymore. You rejected smoking. Allow your mind to think of the taste of the rot. In fact, if you have a cigarette, you may feel nauseous. You will feel nauseous. The smell will be in the taste. You will taste the dumpster. You will react to that taste. You will react to the pungent. That smell becomes the taste, sticking to you, rejecting. And until you take that cigarette away, you have no desire for cigarettes. Smoking is something you used to do. In your mind, allow, smoking is something I used to do. Now I reject smoking. Cut it. I don't want to do it anymore. You reject the touch of cigarettes. In fact, when you hold a cigarette, you have a desire to break it. You have no desire to hold it. It feels foreign, it feels uncomfortable. It is something that you reject. So smoking is something that you used to do. So in your mind, allow, smoking is in your mind, allow, smoking is something I used to do. Now I reject smoking. Cut it. I don't want to do it anymore. You reject the cost of cigarettes. It's something you used to do. In your mind, allow, smoking is something I used to do. And now I reject smoking. Cut it. I don't want to do this. This awareness of how you have managed so well to change your mind, to be more forceful, to be a lot more aggressive, to be more angry at that thought ruling you. In your mind, allow, smoking is a thing I used to do. Now I reject smoking. I am angry about smoking. I'm calm in letting it go. I don't want to do it anymore. And as the bus continues, it's time for us to start coming back on the journey, to become aware of the street poles as we travel along. And again we count the poles now on our return, and as they pass by, the bus is bringing us back. And we count the poles, and we notice as we pass. As the first pole passes, you have no desire for cigarettes. You reject smoking. During lockdowns and journeys, classes, movies, dinners, you often manage long times without cigarettes. Your new thought is to carry on without cigarettes. Your new thought is to carry on managing without cigarettes because you don't want to do it anymore. The second pole passes. If I touch a cigarette or have a thought about smoking, or am with smokers. Smoking is something I used to do. Now I reject smoking. Cut it. I don't want to do this anymore, so I won't. Third pole passes, and in your mind allow smoking is something I used to do. Now I reject smoking. Smoking is something I used to do. Now I reject smoking. I don't want to do it anymore. This is a direct instruction to my subconscious. The fourth pole, you reject the smell of smoking. Reject the smell of smoking, the stink. Allow your mind to see the rotting, and you avoid it. It is pungent and nausea. Even if you were wearing a mask, you know that pungent smell. Smoking is something I used to do. Now I reject smoking. Cut it. I don't want to do this anymore, so I won't. This is a direct instruction to my subconscious. As the fifth pole passes, you reject the taste of smoking. Rot. In fact, if you have a cigarette, you will feel nauseous. You will feel nauseous. You have no desire for cigarettes. Smoking is something you used to do. In your mind, allow smoking is something I used to do. Now I reject smoking. To do. Now I reject smoking. I am in control. I do not want to do it anymore. As you pass the sixth pole, you reject the touch of cigarettes. Smoking is something you used to do. In your mind, allow smoking is something I used to do. Now I reject it. I reject smoking. I do not want to do it anymore. On the seventh pole passes, you recognize and you realize that the direct instructions is that I will not have withdrawal symptoms. I will not miss smoking because it's a thought. I will not add any weight. I am calm, and I will not be afraid of stopping smoking. I reject smoking because I don't want to do it anymore. Eighth pole passes. It's amazing how well I cope and how successful I am. I am successful and I reject smoking. I don't want to do it anymore. We notice the ninth pole. Now embrace my choice. My new thought. When I am social or have a drink, it will not bother me, as I reject smoking, and I will prefer my enjoyment without cigarettes. Smoking is something I used to do. Now I enjoy myself. I enjoy myself even more. And now I reject smoking even more. And now I reject smoking. I don't want to do this anymore, so I won't. This is a direct instruction to my subconscious. As we go past the 10th, these suggestions are instructions to thought, because I reject smoking and don't want to do it anymore. Just allow yourself a minute to think about what we have done. Just allow those thoughts, just allow that process to think in. Just allow it to sink in. I'm going to bring us back. I'm going to bring us back to the here and now. To come back to that place behind the eyes, the place of consciousness. I will count to 5. When I reach 5, you will either choose to carry on relaxing and move on in your own time. You will not be stuck here. Or you may be at the point of sleep. If you wish to come back, then when I reach 5, you will be wide awake, feeling refreshed. And rejoice. Rejoice in the fact that you don't have to smoke anymore. because you don't want smoke anymore.